Hi, welcome back to episode 2 of Fight Fire with Feminism, the series where we apply feminist concepts to break down some of the most popular TV and movie tropes, so we can all be more conscious in our media consumption. Today we're going to be talking about the transformation trope, as I like to call it, that solely profits on women's insecurities. Whether it's a major weight loss, a makeover to win the attention of a man, or a good girl gone bad, this overused trope, at its core, objectifies women and enforces the idea that a woman's sole purpose is male attraction. The transformation trope, as I like to call it, is one of the most harmful ideologies in the media, especially considering its prominence in kids and teen movies. This trope teaches young women that they need to be attractive and cater to the male gaze in order to be liked. And it also teaches young men that women will change for them at the drop of a hat. Further, these movie makeovers enforce traditional beauty standards such as pin straight hair, getting rid of glasses, and losing weight.
Do you wear contact lenses?
Well, I have them, but I don't really like to wear them that much.
Now you do.
A big problem with these makeovers is that they're mainly done by other people to the main character, which takes away their sense of control and doesn't imply consent. This trope encourages conformity and promotes the idea that changing your appearance will solve all your problems. It's incredibly damaging to young women, especially those without the traditional beauty features or naturally thin bodies. A lot of the features that are looked down upon are things that women in real life can't even change if they wanted to. Things such as needing glasses to see, having a physical disability, having a big nose, being too short, being too tall, the list goes on and on. But the point is that transformations imply that something's wrong in the first place. And when we only show one definition of beauty and success in these movies, it harms women in real life and their perception of themselves.
In Paulo's hands, remember, you will be beautiful.
The problem is not when these characters have traditional beauty traits, it's when these features become the societal norm and nothing else is shown or perceived as beautiful. When this happens, nothing else is accepted both externally in the world and internally within ourselves. Norms are so powerful that they seep into our consciousness. And so when the media pushes norms onto society through this transformation trope, women feel the need to change themselves, even when it's not healthy or even possible in some cases. One subcategory of the transformation trope is the good girl gone bad. This stems from ideologies from the 1950s that divided women as asexual good girls and promiscuous bad girls. While the sexual revolution of the 60s and 70s brought more enlightenment to women's sexuality, it also contributed to sexualization, especially in media and some of these movies that we see. Portraying female characters that undergo a sexualized makeover enforces sexualization and objectification of women. It also enforces the idea that women's sexuality exists for the benefit of men and for the male gaze. Many of these makeovers that we see in Greece, when Sandy has the curly hair and the skin-tight dress, she's the good girl gone bad. And also we see it in Riverdale. These are done for the purpose of men and to make men notice them and like them more. We see societal commentary about this trope in Easy A, because we see the main character, Olive, transform herself into the school slut or the bad girl. Everyone immediately gossips about her and objectifies her even more, even though she's the same person as before. So I think this is a really interesting commentary about this trope. So why are women tempted to partake in the transformation trope in the first place? Why does this exist in our movies? Well, in the early 1900s, women were targeted as the ideal consumer, so their insecurities were profited on, and they were sold products to make them more attractive and desirable to men. As studied by feminists like Jean Kilbourne and Carla Rice, consumption and advertising is still a major part of today's capitalistic society. Through the media, we're constantly shown that transforming your appearance will attract the male gaze and bring success to you. We see it in the beauty industry every day in real life today. This trope has contributed to eating disorders, insecurity, and due to the media and the beauty industry that's still growing, we further define women as the targets of advertising and the subjects or the other to be used for men and for the male gaze. Finally, according to cognitive development theory, gender norms start impacting children as young as at 2 years old. They're placed into gendered categories or schemas, which tell them what toys to play with, what beauty should look like, and what traits to embody to be a boy or a girl. Another theory, social learning theory, enforces gender norms and beauty expectations through the media and socialization as children grow up and watch these TV shows and movies. With so many movies and TV shows that show the transformation trope and how women must change their appearance and look a certain way to be liked, successful, and desirable, it's extremely dangerous for any viewers, but especially for young developing minds to consume these ideologies. With all the tropes discussed in this series, social learning theory proves how the media can affect viewers and cause themselves to be placed into these boxes and schemas to fit in as they learn what the world thinks women and men should be. And this goes on to harm people that feel like they don't fit in the boxes or don't want to fit into the schemas of gender identity and gender norms that we see everywhere. Overall, the transformation trope teaches women that they need to be picture-perfect beauty queens in order to be accepted in society. From the capitalistic targeting of women to the sexualization of the good girl gone bad, gender norms and beauty standards have been deeply integrated into our society. Psychological theories that we talked about show the harmful effects of this TV and movie trope for viewers and their development. The transformation trope makes it harder for all of us to embrace our natural selves, and it interferes with our sense of identity. It profits on women's insecurities to morph us to fit the male gaze and into what society wants us to be. Thanks for watching, and keep fighting fire with feminism.